How's it going, everybody? My name is Michael Briseño, and today we're going to be dissecting a funnel in the music industry, and it's a high ticket course. But before we go into that, I want to let you know a little bit about myself. I've been a copywriter for about 3 years now, and I've been helping people with their funnels from ad to all the way to the last bit, cross sells, upsells, nurturing, ascension, traffic. So I'm going to use all my direct response copywriting plus funnel knowledge to go through this video and show you how we can make a funnel better, or what it is already doing better, and what we can improve, or what the client can improve. So if you're ready, let's get into it. So we're going to start with the ad first. So this is the course, or sorry, the business called the Gospel University, right? He's a pretty good piano player, but there's something wrong with this Facebook ad. If you can tell, take a look at it right now, put in the comments and see. Anyways, so the ad really needs a lot of work. So usually this looks like an ad that would be going to problem aware people or unaware. So unaware is like they don't know they have a problem yet, or they have a problem but they don't know how to fix it, right? So this ad is not addressing that, especially in the captions. It's mostly, qualifying them first, which is not the right thing to do in the beginning of this ad, at least. So intermediate pianists ready to get serious, work with the top instructors to create custom plans for you. So there's no desire of like, how do you want to play? Do you want to get better? What is it? Their desires. What is it that they seek? What is their pains? So they don't really show that for unaware or problem aware people. So this ad is probably not doing that great, is my guess. So we'll head up to the landing page. So I can do something different, but I don't want to be here on the ad for too long and then create a new ad script just out of thin air. So let's get going to the next page. So now we're in the landing page from the ad, right? So there's a few things that are already wrong with it. So basically, this is an opt-in page to get your information, so you can see the training, which was in the VSL. If you were to listen to the VSL, you can hear it on your own time, but it's just saying, watch this free training, So now we're over here trying to get into the free training. Right away, you can tell that this landing page needs some work, right? So like, first of all these caps, that is really, it's crazy. So the eyebrow here, it's all caps and it's all like switched together. So it's kind of hard to read. So I would change that. Everything is capitalized. Look at that. Don't get me wrong. The headline still kind of, it works a little bit. We can make it. We can always make it better. We can optimize it, right? So first of all, I would take all the caps off and adjust it accordingly, right? So discover the chord stack system. Great. That's what we want. It's a mechanism, right? The unique mechanism that's helping beginners master gospel piano in months, not decades. What I can do here a little bit better to optimize it. So months can actually be weeks. I learned that through my journey. The same months is made out of weeks. So why not say master gospel piano in several weeks, not decades, right? So that's another thing that I would change, which will really optimize it. This is not that bad. Stop copying what others are playing, and start creating your own jaw-dropping chord progressions. I'm a piano player, so I can see that in my head already. Like, yeah, that's something that I wanted to do when I first started playing piano. So where should we send your training? Oh, not bad. I wouldn't change that. That's fine. So this is basically for the lead magnet, which is the training, right? Let's go through here. Okay, he has some testimonials. Usually good testimonials would be videos, but this is all right too. As long as there's testimonials, giving you credibility and authority. Obviously, this is cold traffic. If they don't know you, they're going to be very skeptical and they'll resist any call to action that you give them. So scrolling down, this is not bad either. A lot of just the capitalizing of the words, the upper cases, I would change that. This is fine. One thing that I would change is actually put about section about the teacher or the person that created this course, because if I'm here not knowing who this is or what's going on, I was like, who is this guy? Who's this character that's trying to sell to me, right? So I would add an about page. Oh, not a page, but a about section, and even some scarcity too. Why? Why some scarcity or urgency? Well, you can say something like, this free training is not going to be free for that long. It might be a paid training in the future, something like that. That which is very true. One day you can be like, huh, today I want to sell. I don't want to make this a free training. I want to sell it, right? So it's within the limits of being true. So that's what I would do. I would put a section that says, don't know how long this is going to stay for free. Watch the training now. Obviously, I would write it differently, but let's go on to the next page after we put our name and all information. Let's head on to the next page. Now we've made it to the training page, guys. Yeah. By the end of this video, we're going to be awesome piano players. I'll tell you what. Anyways, so the headline here, right away, we can tell it's the same thing. Caps, all yelling. But besides that, the headline's not that bad. You know, I would probably do something like, most beginners waste years learning the wrong chords. This little known stacking trick unlocks the full gospel sound in just minutes a day, or something like that. So yeah, that's not bad. Props for them on that. So here's the video. So there's another thing that I see on the video here. This is where I would get my optimizing hat and be like, there's something different we can test out here, right? Do some testing. But yeah, so if you see if you see closely, this is a training, right? But also right away you're getting sold something. Like, you're looking here, this form is closed due to inactivity. Well, it's because we're hovering, but they're already selling you even before you open the training. That's kind of crazy. That's something that would make most people leave. So what can we do about this? Well, we can do some testing to see what works and what doesn't work. But my recommendation would be, you see this video, let's take this whole bar out where they can like skip through it and all that stuff. Yeah, and then have this closed off, this bottom part, until they go through like 5 minutes of the video, or until the end, right? You want them to be able to go through the whole training. The whole purpose of this VSL or the training, right, is to like build, that trust and be like, oh man, this guy knows what he's talking about. To tell you, oh yeah, that's probably the answer to my problems. So if they don't watch the video, so the video is the most powerful thing in this landing page. So if they skip the VSL, if they skip the video, bye-bye, they ain't coming back. Yes, you have their names, phone numbers, and in your email list, right? But still, like, you lose them here, right then and there. So that's something that I would test. I would take that bar off and then close this down to have it where, like, once it hits 5 minute mark, or at the end, it'll reveal everything below, and then you can start trying to sell them. But yeah, that's something that I would test to make sure it works. But in my experience, it's gonna work. That's one recommendation. And oh yeah, before, to make it even more curious and more, like, intriguing, is where it's cut off. You don't have to cut it off. Like, you can have it cut off right here, but it says, watch the full training to unlock, how to do this and this and this. Like, make it so like that they want to go through the video, because this is a 22, actually 30-minute video, which it looks like there's a pitch in there. So yeah, I would just have them keep that video in there. Don't reveal everything until you at least get into it 30 minutes or at the end. I would test that. Then I would reveal this section, like, oh, book a call, So this is good. We have we got reviews. It's not bad. Want results like this, book your free courtside piano call now. There's a few things missing, but we'll get through it more. So while I keep looking at it, there's stuff that is missing too. This is fine. This is good. Student reviews. And we're missing a few things. Like, there should be like pains. Like, if they don't do this course, what stuff are they gonna, not solve right for them. Or a risk reversal, right? Risk reversal is basically a guarantee. Hey, you know, there's no real risk. You know, if you don't like it in 30 days, you get a full refund. You know, and then another thing about page, because this guy, he has a pretty cool background. He is a teacher at Berkeley, which is like one of the biggest music schools out there here in the country. That's insane that you're not using that. I mean, I think he does have it somewhere. I think he had it in the opt-in page, but like he should be using that. You know, like that's big credibility. That's pretty big accomplishment. He's a teacher there. So, uh, the risk reversal is good. This is a testimonial too. It's fine. So at the end of the day, this thing here, this application, that would be another page on its own, right? It would be a link like click here to book a call or some instead of actually booking a call here. So that's another thing that would change. Separate that. Go through that would be another step in the funnel to get a coaching call. But other than that, see what this button does. Yeah, see, it goes back to this application. So yeah, it should be another page where you apply and then you book a call and then you get email there saying like, hey, you booked the call. Make sure you remember this date and time so you can meet with so and so, one of our coaches, right? So yeah, this one was fun, easy to optimize. So I hope you guys learned something today, and you know it was my pleasure going through this funnel with you guys, and I hope you guys have an awesome day. See ya.